Jojo's Bizarre Adventure, Episode 6. This episode was very good. This episode wasn't just very dramatic, but it was also very insightful when it comes to character backstories. So, the episode starts where we left, which was the fight between Jojo and Crawford. Since the underwater attack that Jojo did some damage to Crawford, Crawford actually kind of gets excited. He thanks Dio that he revived him, he gave him another life, and he made him fight this guy because he feels a huge honor while fighting Jojo. And again, he uses his hair to kind of, uh, you know, tie him up and suck his blood out. But Jojo has such a great resolve that he breaks through his hair and then uses a barrage of Hamon on him. And at his very last moments of Broford, he pretty much thanks Jojo for giving him the experience of a warrior's death. That moment is so dramatic. Like it, if in one way, it is quite ridiculous because this guy is so overemphasizing on this moment. This moment is too dramatic, and it kind of gets on the line of being a bit funny. But it still has the heart, and it still has the emotion in it, and it really feels good, you know, because at the very moment when he's perishing, he's already dead, but at the very moment when he's perishing, his body, which was of a zombie, is turning back to human, and he's feeling the pain, and as his body is turning back into a human, he's crumbling. And at that moment, you know, the he his rage and his hatred, it goes away, and his character completely changes. It becomes this honorable knight. It becomes this guy who fights for a reason. The true character of Broford comes out. And Jojo also regrets the fact that he had to take him down because he was such a great warrior, you know. And it would have been great if he would have been able to meet him at his age, like when he was actually alive. So, to honor this fight and to kind of help out, not help out, but to wish him luck, Crawford gives his sword to Jojo, and with his blood, the sword was given by the queen to him, and there was luck written over there at his handle. So he writes pluck. He writes P in front of L, and it spells pluck, and that is to represent his good fortune, or should I say, to uh, to wish him well that he would succeed in his mission. This moment, like I said, was dramatic, and it is quite touching because at his very last moment, at least he got peace. You know, we only know this guy from like one episode, but we still feel for him, and I have to compliment Jojo's Bizarre Adventure that it does it does helps to do a good job to make us get attached to characters in a very short span of time. You know. On the other hand, we have Tarkus, who is nothing but a death machine. He only lives to fight. He doesn't cares about honor. He doesn't even cares about his friend's death. As soon as he dies, as soon as Broford dies, Tarkus comes up and he pretty much destroys the armor which was left, and he kind of spits on his friend's death, and he challenges Jojo to a fight. Now Jojo is not really in a state to fight. I mean, come on, he just fought Broford and he, you can say, had a tough time with him. And Tarkus is this giant guy who's very strong. Like, he lifts a huge piece of rock and breaks it with his finger, like one fucking finger. That's how strong this guy is. So fighting Jojo, I mean, come on, Jojo is not a fool to fight him one on one, and he does realizes that, and so he goes for a run. And this might be one of the most unusual, stupid, and unbelievably funny ways of escaping that I have seen so far in an anime. This shit could be expected from Gintama. But you know what? This wasn't JoJo, and honestly, if this would have been any other anime except Gintama, if this would have been in any other anime, I would have laughed and would have thought, what the fuck is going on? Are they on meth or something? But since it's JoJo, and I know how ridiculous and stupid things could be in this universe, I kind of can give a pass to it. Kind of. It still is very stupid, and it still is very, very, very weird. That's the word. Weird. I mean, come on. You literally have to watch what these guys did to escape. These guys formed kind of a kite. No, not a kite, but a glider made from leaves. They used hormone to create some kind of a magnetic field, and they gather around leaves which were beneath their legs, and it was around everywhere, and they gathered those, and they made this glider of some kind, and they, with their hormone, attached it, and they flew. I'm like, what? What? Are you kidding me? Fuck! Oh man, that was something. That was something. But at that moment where Zapili and Jojo are holding that glider, Speedwagon asks him that where did you learn these amazing techniques from, and where did you uh, how did you became this amazing? And Zapili goes back in his flashback, and we kind of get an idea of how Zapili learned about Hamon and why is he a master. And sadly enough, we also kind of get a death flag on him, that most probably Zapili might just die in maybe the next, or maybe in like 2-3 episodes or something. So Zeppeli, we know Zeppeli's past. Like his father was an archaeologist. He got that mask. He used it on himself. He destroyed the entire ship, and Zeppeli was the only one who survived. When Zeppeli grew up, he traveled to India, and where he found this sage, a doctor, who used to heal people with Hamoon. Uh, Back then, he didn't knew what was Hamoon, so he said that he used to heal people with this light that comes out of his hands. And when he asked this guy, he said that this technique is known as this, and this is where you can learn this technique from. So he traveled to Tibet and he met this guy named Tom Petty. I hope that I am saying it right. Or is it Tom Petty? I'll just call him Tom Petty because I, yeah, because it sounds more Tibetan, I guess. Anyway, so he tells him that if you carry on this path, okay, he shakes his hand and kind of from his hormone transfusion or something, he kind of predicts his future, and he says that if you carry on this path, you are destined to die. Zabili gladly accepts it. He accepts it, like, yeah, no problem, go for it. And when these guys arrive at a place where they can land, that place is basically a training, you can say a training castle. And Tarkus is already there. And he pretty much locks Jojo in this room and uses these chains to attaches them to his neck. And the other side of the chain is attached to uh, Tarkus's neck. And basically, the kind of match they are playing is kind of like tug of war, but this time he's not able to use Hamon, even though it is a metal that is attached to his neck. And plus, because he's pulling the chains, he cannot breathe, so he can't really do anything when he comes in a close range to kind of defend himself, you know. And Poco does something rather brave, to be honest with you. So we kind of get this small flashback of Poco as well, that he is this timid little kid who kind of gets beaten up by bullies, and his sister comes up, and she, every bully runs away, and his sister kind of gives him tough love. She says that, what are you scared of? Are you scared of the sting, the pain? Because if you're scared of that, then I don't know how the fuck are you going to live your life, buddy. And she kind of gives him some tough love. She kind of slaps him, and and it is really good to see because this character was quite strong. I mean, I don't know if she is going to be relevant in future episodes, but her character was actually stronger than that of Irina or Elena, yeah, Jojo's girlfriend. Her character was actually quite more stronger than Jojo's girlfriend. So, yeah, why isn't she the main heroine? To be honest with you, but anyway, so he remembers that, and because of that, he gathers some courage, and he goes in that room through a small window, and he pulls down the lever. He does gets his ass kicked by Tarkus, but as soon as the lever is pulled down, the door opens, both Speedwagon and Zapili get in the room, and Zapili kind of mumbles that, okay, I guess my part of fulfilling my destiny has come. So I'm assuming that maybe next, or maybe after that, he might not live. Yeah. So it's a way of the anime to tell us that, if you like this character, it's too bad for you. And I like Zapili. He's an awesome character. I don't want to see him die. But I don't know if he's gonna live or die. Anyways, this was a great episode. I really liked this one. I hope the next episode is also really good. What do you guys think about this episode? Please share your thoughts in the comment section. Till next time.